What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Chad G Garage. This is Chad G. This is my garage, and we are finishing up the wire tuck tonight. So here's kind of the idea of what we got going on. I don't know if you guys saw the last video, but I'm doing a wire tuck on this 2000 EM1 here, and the goal now is to hide as much of the headlight and horn and fan wiring, hide all of it as much as we can without cutting any of the harness, and do it as easy and as cheaply as possible, always. So here's what I'm doing. This is the whole idea here. This is the harness that used to come up through here or along the shock towers and into the bay here. And what I've done to hide it is I have zip tied it to this little frame horn thing here. There's like a lip right there, so if you look here, it will stay protected from the splatter from the wheels and tires. There will also be some Fender Liners in here to even more protect it. But that's the whole goal here. What I've done is I've kind of routed it outside of the harness here, and I'm just wrapping everything up as I go because I want to make sure that it stays intact for years to come and protected. So what I've done is I've got everything lined up here. Here's the headlight, here's the turn signal, and there's one of the grounds. It's the same on the other side of the car, so I'm not going to show you that yet because I haven't made it over there. I am kind of worried about this fan switch here. Not really sure if it's actually going to make it over to where the fan plug is, but what I'm going to do is use the female end of the plug here that's on the stock fan and cut the wires down so I'll be able to retain the OEM clip there so that we can disconnect the fan switch, the aftermarket fan switch, in the same fashion as the factory one. So I think that once I get that pigtail wired in, I think I'll have plenty of room here to reach over. The fan will sit probably about like right here. So I think that's going to work out. This is how we're doing it. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, and you guys will see the final product here. So I'll show you guys that. Hi boys, we're back. I just finished up the wiring in the bay, so we're looking pretty good there. But here it is. Starting to get the front end fitted. So let me take this bumper off so you guys can see the wiring job is finished. So I think this has probably been done like this before. I couldn't find anybody that like documented it though, because this seems like the easiest way to tuck the wire harness for the headlights and all of the accessories on this side of the bay. But most people run them through the frame horns here. So here's what I did, just simple, drill a little hole, ran a zip tie, and then there's this little dimple here. So I ran it up through there, underneath the headlight, as usual. And that hit all the wiring. On EK, you have a one-piece harness that runs. I just ran it through the factory locations here, up underneath the radiator support, so that's all factory. I didn't cut any wires, no wires were cut. I just basically rewrapped the harness so that it was extra protected. And it looks good. I think it's gonna be great. So, just like I said, just a couple zip ties. You had to drill a couple small holes in the chassis, but that doesn't affect anything. The only thing I'm worried about is these two connectors right here. These usually sit up higher in the bay, tucked back in the corner there. And this is right where the alternator is gonna sit. So I'm hoping that they don't come in contact with the alternator. That would suck. So we'll see. So that's something I'm going to have to sort out once I get the swap in. But even if they do, I have a little bit of wiggle room here. I can maybe tie them up, or there's a little bit of slack in the harness under the radiator support, so I could basically move the entire harness this way and then back towards here and then get it back into the corner there, into its stock location if I have to. But I'm looking at it, and they're sticking out really far where they're at here. They probably should be better secured. I can probably secure them up somehow, which is probably what I'll end up doing before I drop the swap in. But super easy way to tuck the harness on a EK Civic. This will work on any EK Civic. So really excited to be done with that. I'm gonna get the bumper put back on here so it's out of the way, because it's big and bulky. I also removed the grill. I wanted to check and see if it was OEM because it appears that the bumper is The bumper's been repainted, and I think it's like one of the stock aftermarket replacements because it doesn't fit as well as OEM. So the grill is OEM, which is great. So I refitted the grill so that fits much better than it did. I did order another lip because this one's all messed up. Unfortunately, they drilled holes in it, which really sucks. I'm hoping there's not a hole behind that, but I won't know until I pull the lip off. So I just ordered another Mugen style lip because I really like it. I like the OEM EM1 lip as well, but I don't know. This car is already like modified, so kind of to like carry on with the modified theme of the car, I went ahead and just got like just a cheap fake Mugen front lip because the 99 2000 fronts look awesome with these lips if they're fitted correctly. This one is terribly fitted, so I've had good luck with them. I've bought two of them on, I've put two of them on two other 99 2000 cars that I've owned. My other EM1s had the factory one, and I didn't want to shell out $200 for a factory front lip, so I ordered that. I'm gonna get it painted and put it on whenever it comes in. I also got a new radiator here. This came in the mail. This is definitely a needed part. I think I'm going to be able to open it with one hand, but I can try. So whatever, it's here. New aluminum radiator. This is 50 bucks shipped. Came with a fan. Unfortunately, the fan is red, which is kind of a bummer, but I've had good luck with these before in the past, you know, and I mean, you can buy a good radiator. Like I have a really nice Skunk 2 Alpha radiator in my EG hatch, but unfortunately it fits like crap. It fits terrible. And it's like a $200 radiator. This one was 50 bucks shipped. And I'm confident that the fitment's gonna be good because I've bought these things before and they always fit great. But I haven't put one in an EK, so we'll see. If I have fitment issues, then I can always move the brackets, you know, and just re-weld them in place. So we might have to go that route, but I'm confident it'll fit fine. I've used them before, so I'm gonna start working on everything's done on the chassis, so I can start working on the swap here and getting the swap cleaned up. Obviously, I gotta install the fenders, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. Get the front end all back together. I gotta do fender liners. This car didn't have fender liners in it, so I gotta install fender liners. I have a set for an EK, which is good. So I'm gonna install those probably tomorrow. I wanna get the chassis all put back together so I can start working on the engine and get the engine cleaned up and get that ready to drop in so that I can start driving it. Once I start driving it, then there's a whole bunch of other little things that I can go over, like window regulators and stuff that need to be done. All EKs need window regulators. Every single one I buy, I need to put at least one regulator in it. This one needs both of them, so. Progress is being made. I'm happy. I'll be back with you guys here tomorrow, and we're gonna start cleaning up the swap and finish putting the body back together. Maybe even get the engine in tomorrow. So I'll continue on tomorrow and see you back out here in the garage.